डाइट, प्रोटीन, क्रिएटिन ये सब लेने के
Bator bukan tuli emeka jitu rore kore karpamo putini kate niyo jitia kore Bator bukan tuli emeka jitu rore Bator bukan tuli emeka jitu rore kore aimu jogavi aimu jogavi aimu jogavi aimu jogavi জানিব খুজিছো কি গানে শূন্য আঁতৰি যায় মোৰ মন আছে ফুলি উঠিব সূৰ্যমুখী দৰে ঘৰ পাম তিনিটাতে নিয়ম যেতিয়া কৰে বাটৰ শুকান ধূলি সেমেকা যিটো প্ৰহৰে কৰে ঘৰ পাম তিনিটাতে নিয়ম যেতিয়া কৰে বাটৰ শুকান ধূলি সেমেকা যিটো প্ৰহৰে কৰে আই মোক জগাবি আই মোক জগাবি আই মোক জগাবি আই মোক জগাবি
अटकी मुंडी से मुक्ति
The Central Administrative Tribunal, Guwahati Bench, was established in 1985 for the 7 northeastern states of Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura, Manipur, Nagaland, Mizoram and Arunachal Pradesh. Initially, the functioning of its office commenced from the precincts of the Honorable Guwahati High Court for a brief duration. The possession of the 2-storied RCC building at Rajkar Road, Bhangagar, was handed over to CAT Guwahati Bench on 10th of October 1985. Late S.P. Hazarika was the first administrative member of the CAT Guwahati Bench who assumed the office on 1st of November 1985. The first final order of the CAT Guwahati Bench was passed by a division bench comprising of Honorable Mr. Justice K.M. Pal, Vice Chairman of CAT Calcutta Bench, and Honorable S.P. Hazarika, Administrative Member of this bench, on the 20th November 1985. Late Honorable Justice Dambarudhar Pathak, former Chief Justice of Orissa High Court, was appointed as the first Vice Chairman of the Guwahati Bench, having joined his services on 3rd of March 1986. Due to the passage of time, the rented building had become deprecated and dilapidated. In several earthquakes, the building had developed cracks, rendering it unsafe. During the rainy seasons, the courtroom was affected by seepage of rainwater, and the campus used to be inundated with floodwaters. For several years, efforts of shifting to another location did not materialize. It is gratifyingly acknowledged that due to the determined effort of Honorable Mr. Manoranjan Mohanty, the then Vice Chairman, followed by Honorable Mr. M.K. Chaturvedi, the then Administrative Member, and Honorable Mr. Mukesh Kumar Gupta, and the officers and staff of the Registry, 1 bigha plot of land in Ulubari Moza was allotted in favor of CAT for construction of its building in 2011. However, as the low-lying plot of land behind a private school, accessible through a narrow bylane, was subsequently affected by encroachment, reducing its size, it became difficult to construct a suitable court-cum-office building commensurate with the needs of the 7 northeastern states. Situated thus, under the decisive advice of Honorable Mrs. Manjula Das, the then acting chairman CAT, a delegation of CAT Bar Association and the officers of this bench, during their meeting with the Honorable Chief Minister of Assam on the 8th of January 2022, appraised him about the infrastructural challenges being faced by CAT in its judicial functioning and requested for allotment of a different, sizable plot of land. Pursuant to the kind and prompt intervention of the Honorable CM of Assam, an adequate plot of land was allotted in favor of CAT in lieu of its earlier plot within a record period of just 3 months, that too without any cost. Honorable Mrs. Manjula Das, the then acting chairman CAT, laid the foundation stone of the building on 24th of July 2022 in the august presence of Honorable Mr. Justice N. Koteshwar Singh, the then judge of Guwahati High Court, now a judge of the Supreme Court of India, and Honorable Mr. Justice Kalyan Rai Surana, judge Guwahati High Court, and Honorable Mr. B.K. Sharma, former judge Guwahati High Court, and many other dignitaries. With the sanction of funds of Rs 10.74 crores by the Department of Personnel and Training, the construction of the building finally commenced. The construction
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm informed that our Honorable Chief Guest is here with us in the premises, and cutting of the plaque ceremony will be done outside. The unveiling of the plaque and the cutting of the ribbon for the building shall just be shortly done. It will be showed to our esteemed distinguished guests here itself on the screen, and we will commence the function in about 5 minutes. I apologize for the delay which has occurred. Thank you. Could I also request all our esteemed guests to kindly keep their cell phones on the silent mode? Thank you. As you can see, we are honored to have amidst us Dr. Jitendra Singh, Honorable Minister of State, Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Minister of State for PMO, Personnel, Public Grievances and Pension, Atomic Energy and Space, who along with Shri Ranjit Kumar Das, Honorable Minister of PNRD, Judicial, Tourism and General Administration, in the august presence of Honorable Mr. Justice Ranjit V. More, Chairman, Central Administrative Tribunal, and Honorable Mr. Justice K.R. Surana sir is here with us. Mr. M.L. Srivastav, Honorable Member Administrative, would be unveiling the plaque, followed by cutting the ribbon to inaugurate the building formally. The dignitaries will step into the building for a very brief inspection, and then will join us shortly in the panel. Could I request someone from the management to please ensure that the ACs on the stage are working? So for some reason the AC is not working. Can someone please inform the management? Thank you. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, our esteemed chief guest of today's function has just arrived. We extend a very warm welcome to Shri Jitendra Singh Ji, Honorable Minister of State for Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Minister of State for PMO, Personnel, Public Grievance and Pensions, Atomic Energy and Space, and of course Shri Ranjit Kumar Das, Honorable Mr. Justice Ranjit V. More. Could I request the presence of Honorable Mr. Justice K.R. Surana on the dais with us, and Honorable Mr. M.L. Srivastav. Good afternoon, Namaskar. On behalf of the Honorable Chairman, CAT, and the Honorable Member, Administrative and HOD of the Guwahati Bench, it is indeed an honor and pleasure to extend a very warm welcome to you all for all our distinguished dignitaries and guests to the inauguration ceremony of the new court cum office complex of the Central Administrative Tribunal, Guwahati Bench. We begin today's program by invoking the blessings of Goddess Saraswati, a Vandana being performed by a member of the CAT Bar Association, Ms. Urna Datta, a graded artist of All India Radio. She is accompanied by Shri Dibyajyoti Chanmay on the tabla and Shri Jugen Basumatari on the flute. They both are also graded artists of All India Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, the Saraswati Vandana. Thank you so much, Urna, for that wonderful rendition, accompanied by Sri Dibyajyoti Sangmai on the tabla and Sri Jogin Basumatari on the flute. Ladies and gentlemen, could I ask for a round of applause for the artists? Thank you so much. As we move on with the program, we are indeed honored to felicitate all the dignitaries on the dais. I kindly request Honorable Mr. Justice Ranjit V. More, Chairman of CAT, to kindly felicitate Dr. Jitendra Singh, our honored chief guest of today's function. Could I request Mo Majumdar and Hemlata Das, staff of CAT Guwahati Bench, to kindly assist. Dr. Jitendra Singh is the Honorable Minister of State, Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Minister of State, PMO, Personnel, Public Grievances and Pensions, Atomic Energy and Space. We are indeed honored to have you with us here today, sir. Thank you. A very warm welcome to you, sir. I would now like to request Honorable Mr. M.L. Srivastav, Member Administrative and HOD of CAT Guwahati Bench, to kindly felicitate Sri Ranjit Kumar Das, the guest of honor of today's function. Honorable Minister of PNRD, Judicial, Tourism and General Administration, Government of Assam. We are honored to have you with us today, sir. Thank you, Urmila Doimari and N. Singsit, again, staff of CAT Guwahati Bench, to assist. I would thank you so much, sir, for having joined us today. A very warm welcome to you. I now request Mr. Manik Chanda, the President of the CAT Bar Association, to kindly come up on stage and felicitate Honorable Mr. Justice Ranjit V. More, Chairman, Central Administrative Tribunal. I once again request Mo and Hemlata Madam, staff of CAT Guwahati Bench, to assist. Thank you very much, sir. Your efforts in the progress of this building are not forgotten. Thank you. Could I now request Srimati Preeti Singh, Principal Registrar, CAT New Delhi, to kindly felicitate Honorable Mr. Justice K.R. Surana, sir, Judge, Guwahati High Court. Urmila and Singsit, kindly assist. Thank you, sir, for having joined us today. Sir was present with us when the foundation stone laying ceremony of this building was performed, and we are indeed grateful for him for having joined us today as well. Thank you. Could I now request Mr. Sulabh Rastogi, Registrar, Principal Bench, to kindly felicitate Honorable Mr. M.L. Srivastav, Member Administrative and HOD of CAT Guwahati Bench. Suman Harijan and Urvashi Burman to kindly assist. Thank you, sir. I now request all the dignitaries on the dais to kindly light the ceremonial lamp. Having invoked the blessings of Ma Saraswati and the goddess of fire, we now commence with the official function. Could I request Honorable Mr. N.M.L. Srivastav, Member Administrative and HOD of CAT Guwahati Bench, to kindly deliver the welcome address. Sir.
सुखार्थः सर्वभूतानां मताः सर्वाः प्रवृत्तयः सुखं च विना धर्मात् तस्मात् धर्मपरो भवेत्. All the creatures are behind happiness. There is no happiness without righteousness. Hence, all should follow the path of righteousness. Respected Honorable Union Minister of State, Independent Charge, Ministry of Science and Technology, Earth Sciences, Minister of State in PMO and Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances and Pensions, Department of Atomic Energy and Department of Space. Honorable Mr. Ranjit Kumar Das, Honorable Minister of Panchayat and Rural Development, Judicial, Tourism and General Administration, Government of Assam. Honorable Justice Mr. Ranjit Vasantrao More sir, Chairman, Central Administrative Tribunal, Honorable Justices of Guwahati High Court, Justice K.R. Surana, Justice U.K. Nair, Justice Rajesh Majumdar, Mrs. Urmita Datta Sen, Honorable Judicial Member, Chairman SAT Assam, Mr. Ajit M. Ahmed, Mr. M. Aziz Ahmed, Advocate Generals of Assam and Arunachal Pradesh, former Vice Chairman and Judicial Members of CAT, Office Bearers of the Guwahati High Court Bar and CAT Bar Associations, and members of the Bar. Senior officers from DOPT, led by Mr. Ajdi Sharma, Joint Secretary, Mrs. Preeti Singh, Principal Registrar and officers of the Central Administrative Tribunal Principal Bench, heads of the departments and senior officers from the Government of India organizations, secretaries and senior officers, Government of Assam, senior officers from paramilitary forces, members of media and registry and fellow colleagues from CAT Guwahati Bench, ladies and gentlemen. This is my proud privilege to welcome such an august gathering. Legal luminaries, officers in the highest echelons of the administration, and erudite and efficient bar members. On behalf of the Central Administrative Tribunal, from the core of my heart, I welcome the Honorable Union Minister, Dr. Jiten Singh, for taking out time despite his extremely busy schedule. As we all know that Parliament is in session and he is present here to extend his blessings and unwavering support. Sir, we assure you that the Guwahati Bench is in the forefront of delivering the expedited justice in service matters to the needy government employees from every nook and corner of the northeastern region. We have one of the highest case disposal rates and minimum pendency amongst all the CAT benches. We already have implemented cloud-based advanced case information system after its launching by the principal bench. The online hearing, applying for certified copies, and e-mentioning is already proving very beneficial and convenient to the applicants in remote areas of any region. We have extended our expertise and support to all other organizations also, including the Assam State Administrative Tribunal. On behalf of the Central Administrative Tribunal, I extend our profuse thanks to the Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, who could not be present here in today's program because of his prior engagements. It is also to mention with pride and upfront support of the Honorable Chief Minister of Assam in providing us the land around 28,100 square feet within a span of 1 month, that too without charging any premium cost. I welcome Mr. Ranjit Kumar Das, Honorable Cabinet Minister of Government of Assam, for his august presence here. I welcome all the other dignitaries who spared their valuable time for attending the inauguration of new building of Central Administrative Tribunal, Guwahati Bench, where we all have gathered today. Brief facts about the building. A brochure is already before you, sirs. Around 28,126 square feet, soundproof courtroom, energy efficient and state-of-art structure. All the electrical devices are 5-star rating. Braille inscriptions for visually impaired, disabled friendly building. CPWD has built the building. and furnitures and fixtures around 76 lakhs. Central Administrative Tribunal Guwahati Bench, from its inception, has been aptly led and guided by the luminaries from the field of law, including late Justice Dam Barudhar Pathak, who was the Chief Justice of Odisha High Court, late Justice M.G. Chaudhary, late Justice Safiqul Haq, late Justice D.N. Barua, Justice D.N. Chaudhary, Justice R.K. Bhatta, Justice G. Sivarajan, who were prominent judges of the High Courts. The bar from the region is equally decorated, courteous and knowledgeable. Eminent persona from the field of law from this region, like Honorable Mr. Justice Ujjal Bhuya and Honorable Mr. Justice N. Koteshwar Singh, at present are serving as the Honorable Justices of the Supreme Court of India. Honorable Dr. Justice M.K. Sharma, Honorable Mr. Justice Amitabh Roy, Honorable Mr. Justice Rishikesh Roy, belonging to this region, are the former judges of the Apex Court. It is heartening to learn that all these luminaries carry the fond memories of practicing in this tribunal and continue their association with this tribunal. While much has been done, much remains to be done. There are certain things which are to be done in this bench, like residential quarters for the members and officers. We will further pursue with the government for granting another plot of land, and we are quite hopeful of receiving similar treatment. This bench is catering to the needs of 7 northeastern states, and members of the bar and other officials, they come from the outlying benches. They keep visiting here on official tours and private tours as well. Government of Assam has always extended the necessary logistic support, like guest house accommodations and other support. We are quite hopeful of receiving continuous support from the government in future also. The Guwahati High Court has remained our guiding force since its establishment. Honorable Dr. M.K. Sharma, in his article itself, stated that functioning of this bench of the tribunal started from the precincts of the Guwahati High Court only. Before shifting to the rented building at Rajgarh Road, this bench is holding periodical circuit courts in the capitals of all the 6 northeastern states, which are Meghalaya, Tripura, Mizoram, Manipur, Nagaland and Arunachal Pradesh, without having any infrastructure of its own. I gratifyingly acknowledge the valuable support of the Guwahati High Court through the Honorable Chief Justice, with the profound hope of receiving continuous guidance and support in future. In our journey for the cause of justice in this region, the continuous and unwavering support of the Central Administrative Tribunal Principal Bench, New Delhi, is loud and clear. Within no time, they accede to our requests, be it arrangement of sittings, logistical issues, financial grants, and any other related issues. The Chairman CAT, Honorable Mr. Justice Ranjit Vasantrao More, former Chief Justice of Meghalaya High Court, has continuously been inspiring us by his able leadership. I, on behalf of this bench, profoundly convey our sincere thankfulness to the Honorable Chairman and the CAT Principal Bench, and also to the DOPT Government of India for their continuous support and guidance. Once again, I welcome one and all the honorable guests present here on this momentous occasion of inauguration of this court, come office premises of the CAT Guwahati Bench. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your welcome address. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a short video presentation for all of you on the journey of CAT Guwahati Bench, past and present. It's a very short 4 minutes video. I would request all of you to kindly watch. Kindly play the video.
The Central Administrative Tribunal Guwahati Bench was established in 1985 for the 7 northeastern states of Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura, Manipur, Nagaland, Mizoram and Arunachal Pradesh. Initially, the functioning of its office commenced from the precincts of the Honorable Guwahati High Court for a brief duration. The possession of the 2-storied RCC building at Rajgarh Road, Bhangagarh, was handed over to CAT Guwahati Bench on 10th of October 1985. Late SP Hazarika was the first administrative member of the CAT Guwahati Bench, who assumed the office on 1st of November 1985. The first final order of the CAT Guwahati Bench was passed by a division bench comprising of Honorable Mr. Justice K.M. Pal, Vice Chairman of CAT Calcutta Bench, and Honorable S.P. Hazarika, Administrative Member of this bench, on the 20th November 1985. Late Honorable Justice Dambarudhar Pathak, former Chief Justice of Orissa High Court, was appointed as the first Vice Chairman of the Guwahati Bench, having joined his services on 3rd of March 1986. Due to the passage of time, the rented building had become deprecated and dilapidated. In several earthquakes, the building had developed cracks, rendering it unsafe. During the rainy seasons, the courtroom was affected by seepage of rainwater, and the campus used to be inundated with floodwaters. For several years, efforts of shifting to another location did not materialize. It is gratifyingly acknowledged that due to the determined effort of Honorable Mr. Manoranjan Mohanty, the then Vice Chairman, followed by Honorable Mr. M.K. Chaturvedi, the then Administrative Member, and Honorable Mr. Mukesh Kumar Gupta, and the officers and staff of the Registry, 1 bigha plot of land in Ulubari Moza was allotted in favor of CAT for construction of its building in 2011. However, as the low-lying plot of land behind a private school, accessible through a narrow bylane, was subsequently affected by encroachment, reducing its size, it became difficult to construct a suitable court-cum-office building commensurate with the needs of the 7 northeastern states. Situated thus, under the decisive advice of Honorable Mrs. Manjula Das, the then acting chairman, CAT, a delegation of CAT Bar Association and the officers of this bench, during their meeting with the Honorable Chief Minister of Assam on the 8th of January 2022, appraised him about the infrastructural challenges being faced by CAT in its judicial functioning and requested for allotment of a different, sizable plot of land. Pursuant to the kind and prompt intervention of the Honorable CM of Assam, an adequate plot of land was allotted in favor of CAT in lieu of its earlier plot within a record period of just 3 months, that too without any cost. Honorable Mrs. Manjula Das, the then acting chairman CAT, laid the foundation stone of the building on 24th of July 2022 in the august presence of Honorable Mr. Justice N. Koteshwar Singh, the then judge of Guwahati High Court, now a judge of the Supreme Court of India, and Honorable Mr. Justice Kalyan Rai Surana, judge Guwahati High Court, and Honorable Mr. B.K. Sharma, former judge Guwahati High Court, and many other dignitaries. With the sanction of funds of Rs 10.74 crores by the Department of Personnel and Training, the construction of the building finally commenced. The construction was regularly monitored by the officers of CAT, Honorable Srimati Urmita Datta Sen, the then judicial member, now at Kolkata Bench, and Honorable Dr. Sumit Jerat, the then administrative member, now at Principal Bench, efficiently monitored the progress of the construction. Srimati Preeti Singh, Principal Registrar, CAT Principal Bench, visited the construction site in the month of September 2023. We were honoured that Honourable Mr. Justice Ranjit V. More, Chairman, CAT, also inspected the constructed site in February 2024. The CAT Bar Association had felicitated the Honourable Chairman during his visit to the Guwahati Bench. The photograph depicts Honourable Chairman with the officers of CAT Principal Bench and Guwahati Bench. Honourable Mr. M.L. Srivastav, the present administrative member of this bench, during his inspection of construction site, laid impetus in timely completion of the project and also held a plantation drive at the site. With the collective efforts of officers under the leadership of honourable members mentioned above, the building is now ready to house the bench. The building is a G+3 RCC energy efficient building. The courtroom is equipped with state-of-the-art facility for virtual hybrid hearing. The assistive and accessibility guidelines of the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment for persons with special needs have also been implemented. We express our heartfelt gratitude to all the stakeholders for their contribution in translating this vision into reality.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That was the journey of CAT Guwahati Bench. I would now request our esteemed dignitaries on the dais, and especially our honorable chief guest, to kindly release the souvenir, reminiscence, which has been brought out on the occasion of this inauguration of the new building. Could I request Mr. Bubul Barman and Mr. Pinkesh Kumar, staff members of the CAT registry, to kindly assist in the process. Thank you, Mo. The souvenir is titled Reminiscence and has articles from various luminaries in the legal profession. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, sir, for having released the souvenir. Ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, I would like to apprise our esteemed audience that initially, Honorable Mr. Justice Ujjwal Bhuiyan, Judge Supreme Court of India, was supposed to join us for today's program. However, due to some constraints, he was unable to join us, but has graciously sent a message to be read out today. With the permission of the august gathering, may I now read his message. It is with profound pride and joy that I extend my heartfelt felicitations to all the stakeholders on the inauguration of the permanent, purpose-built premises of the Guwahati Bench of the Central Administrative Tribunal. This moment marks a historic milestone in the administration of service jurisprudence across India's northeastern region, reflecting both institutional maturity and commitment to accessible adjudication. Establishment of Central Administrative Tribunal in 1985 under the Administrative Tribunals Act of 1985 was a watershed moment in the evolution of Indian administrative law. CAT was conceived as a specialist body to adjudicate disputes concerning recruitment and conditions of service of persons appointed to public services. The legislative intent was clear: to reduce the burgeoning caseload in our high courts and to provide a swift, efficient, and cost-effective forum for redressing the grievances of government employees. Since its inception, the Guwahati Bench has played a stellar role in adjudicating service-related disputes of central government employees across the entire northeastern region. Though it initially operated from its temporary premises at Bhangagar, the bench never faltered in its mission to deliver impartial, timely, and legally sound decisions, often through circuit sittings held across the states. Today, with the establishment of a permanent building here at Roopnagar, the Guwahati Bench stands on firmer grounds, both literally and institutionally. This infrastructure will provide better facilities for litigants, lawyers, and the staff alike, and is certain to enhance the efficiency, dignity, and quality of service jurisprudence in the region. Across all its benches, CAT has maintained a commendable disposable rate of approximately 75.63%, having successfully resolved over 4.23 lakhs out of 5.60 lakh cases filed. The Guwahati Bench has achieved an impressive disposal rate of approximately 86.09%, having disposed of 5,596 out of 6,498 cases filed as of July 2025. This commendable efficiency is a testament to the bench's unwavering commitment to timely and effective justice delivery. My own association with the Guwahati Bench of CAT is a time that remains etched in my memory, not merely for the cases I argued, but for the profound sense of purpose that permeated the daily work of my team. My practice before the tribunal reinforced a fundamental truth for me, that administrative law, though technical, is profoundly humane in impact. What made that experience all the more meaningful was the encouraging words of the bench, the quiet dedication of the registry staff, and the cooperation of the bar. Even in a building that lacked many amenities, what it never lacked was the resolve to deliver justice. I have fond memories of my lawyering days when I used to visit the premises of CAT Guwahati Bench at Bhangagar to argue my cases in the last decade of 1990s and the first decade of the 2000s. Commuting between Guwahati High Court at Latahsil and the CAT premises at Bhangagar. And today, as I witness the Guwahati Bench move into its new permanent home here at Rupnagar, I cannot help but feel a sense of coming full circle. The walls may be new, but the spirit that defines this institution remains timeless. I extend my congratulations and best wishes to the members, registry, and support staff of the Guwahati Bench, and to all the members of the bar who have worked relentlessly to uphold the tribunal's ethos and whose persistent efforts have brought this vision to fruition. May this institution remain a beacon of hope for all those seeking justice, and above all, may it always reflect the constitutional promise of timely, fair, and accessible justice for all. Thank you very much, and God bless. Signed, Justice Ujjwal Bhuyan. That was his message to us today. And I would now like to request Honorable Mr. Justice Ranjit V. More, the Chairman of CAT, to kindly deliver his address.
Good afternoon, everybody. Honorable Dr. Jitendra Singh, Member of the State for Minister of the State for Personal Public Grievance and Pension, Government of India. Honorable Sri Ranjit Kumar Das, Minister of Panchayat Raj and Rural Development, Judicial, Tourism and General Administration, Government of Assam. Honorable Mr. Justice Kalyan Rai Surana, Senior Judge of the Guwahati High Court and other Pune judges of the Guwahati High Court, Honorable Advocate General of the Guwahati, Mr. M.L. Srivastav, Administrative Member and HOD of the CAT Bench Guwahati, Madam Urmita Sen Datta, Honorable Member of the Kolkata Bench, Joint Registrar, Principal Registrar of this Principal Registrar, Sri Sharma, Joint Registrar and other officers of the DOPT, President of the Bar Association, CAT Guwahati Bench, Office Bearers of the Bar Association, State Administrative Tribunal Chairman, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a matter of immense pride and privilege for me to stand before you today on this momentous occasion, the inauguration of the new court-cum-office complex of the Guwahati Bench of the Central Administrative Tribunal. Let me at the outset extend my warmest welcome and heartfelt gratitude to the Honorable Minister of State for Personal Public Grievance and Pensions, Government of India, and the Honorable Minister of Panchayat and Rural Development, Judicial, Tourism and General Administration, Government of Assam, for gracing this important event with their august presence. Your presence here today reflects the enduring commitment of the Government of India to strengthening the pillars of the administrative justice. The genesis of the Central Administrative Tribunal can be traced to 42nd Amendment to the Constitution of India, which introduced Article 320, 323A and 323B, envisaging the creation of the tribunal for the adjudication of the dispute relating to the service matters of the public servants. Pursuant to this constitutional mandate, the Administrative Tribunal Act 1985 was enacted by the Parliament, and the Central Administrative Tribunal came into existence on 1st of November 1985. Its primary objective was to provide speedy and specialized justice to employees of the central government in service-related matters, thus reducing the burden of regular court and ensuring more focused adjudicatory mechanism. CAT was unique innovation in Indian jurisprudence as it was the first institution to exercise jurisdiction over the service matter previously dealt with by the Honorable High Court. Over time, it has evolved into critical component of administrative justice in the country, providing fair and efficient redressal of lakhs of central government employees. Among the earliest benches established under the CAT framework, the Guwahati Bench was set up in the year 1985. Itself holds a special place in the history and functioning of the tribunal, serving the entire northeast region. This bench has been instrumental in ensuring that access to justice is not confined to metropolitan centers, but reaches every corner of our diverse and vast nation. The bench has consistently upheld the tribunal's ethos of justice, that is continuous, speedy and just. This new complex being inaugurated today is a testament to the growing importance and workload of this bench and recognition of the need to provide both litigants and practitioners a more modern, efficient and dignified environment to discharge their duties. The inauguration of this building is not a just ceremonial milestone. It represents our collective commitment to further enhancing the accessibility, efficiency and integrity of service jurisprudence in India. As we step into new chapter, we must continue to strive towards excellence in adjudication, maintain the highest standards of independence and impartiality, and embrace technological and administrative reform that make justice delivery system more citizen-centric. I also take this opportunity to express my deep appreciation to all those who have worked tirelessly to make this building reality. The Ministry of Personnel, Government of India, State Government of Assam, the executive agency, the registry, every individual who has contributed to this vision. Let this building be more than just brick and mortar. Let it be symbol of justice, a space of hope, and a hallmark of efficiency. Let us remember that every file, every petition that enters these halls represents not just a case, but a person's livelihood, dignity, and trust in the system. With these thoughts, I once again thank the honorable dignitaries for their gracious presence and all of you for being part of this memorable function. Thank you. Jai Hind.
That was Honorable Mr. Justice Ranjit V. More, Chairman CAT. I express my gratitude to you, sir. Could I now call upon the guest of honor of today's function, Shri Ranjit Kumar Das, Honorable Minister of Panchayat and Rural Development, Judicial, Tourism and General Administration, Government of Assam, to kindly address the gathering. Sir.
সকলোকে নমস্কাৰ জনাইছোঁ। On the occasion of inaugural ceremony of new office premises of Central Administrative Tribunal Guwahati Bench, आज एक कार्यक्रम के लिए हम लोग के मुख्य अतिथि ऑनरेबल डॉक्टर जितेंद्र सिंह, मिनिस्टर ऑफ स्टेट इंडिपेंडेंट चार्ज, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी, आर्ट साइंस, Ministry of State in PMO and Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances and Pension Department of Atomic Energy and Space, respected Justice Ranjit Basantaro More, Chairman CAT New Delhi, respected MLC Bastava, Honorable Member, Head of the Department, CAT Guwahati, Judges of the Guwahati High Court, especially former Vice Chairman Justice D.N. Chaudhary, former Justice Biplab Sharma, Justice B.P. Katoki, Justice N. Unnikishan Nayar, Justice Rajesh Mujumdar, and all the officials of state government and central government, and all the staff of the judiciary, and all the former colleagues of the media. Today I am happy enough to address this August gathering on the momentous occasion of the inauguration of new building of the Central Administrative Tribunal, Guwahati. On the auspicious occasion, I, on behalf of the Chief Minister Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma, heartfelt thanks to the Honorable Union Minister of State, respected Dr. Jitendra Singh ji, for coming to Guwahati to inaugurate the CAT Guwahati in spite of his busy schedule. As all of you are aware that the basic of the democratic nation rests upon the three pillars, that is the legislative, judicial and executive. It is the collective symphony of all the three that brings about a robust nation. The court and the tribunals are known to be the temple of the justice, and any person who is aggrieved approaches the temple of justice for redressal of his grievances. Taking into consideration the growing workload and pendency of cases before the court, a need was felt that a specialized forum be created to provide specialized, speedy and expensive forum for adjusting dispute and complaints concerning the recruitment and service condition of person appointed to public services and post under the union government. In this backdrop, the Guwahati bench is crucial for the northeastern region because it provides a local forum for resolving service disputes of central government employees, saving time and cost. It has played an important role in reducing pendency in the High Court and in protecting the service rights of employees in remote areas. The unveiling of a new court structure is a symbol of our commitment to justice, equality, and rule of law. The new CAT building is a testament of our dedication to providing an accessible, efficient, and modern judicial system. It is a space designed not only for the smooth and swift administration of justice, but also for the comfort and dignity of all those who enter its hall, whether they are litigants, lawyers, members, or any citizen seeking justice. The advanced facilities and design are aimed at improving the efficiency of judicial processes and ensuring that justice is delivered in a timely manner. This facility will serve as a key pillar in our effort to reduce delays, enhance transparency, and ensure that every individual who approaches the court has their case heard and decided fairly. I thank you all the guests present here today, and I am confident that this new CAT building will serve as a place where justice is not only done but seen to be done. Again, I thank our ministers and my also guru also, Dr. Jitendra Singh ji, for his presence here on the auspicious occasion. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your kind and inspiring words. That was Sri Ranjit Kumar Das, Honorable Minister of PNRD, Judicial, Tourism and General Administration, Government of Assam. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasure and honor to request the Honorable Chief Guest of today's function, Dr. Jitendra Singh, Honorable Minister of State, Independent Charge, Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Minister of State, PMO, Personnel, Public Grievances and Pensions, Atomic Energy and Space, to kindly address the gathering. Sir, thank you.
On the dais, Honorable Cabinet Minister, State of Assam, a very good friend, and my very old colleague and companion in the organization in which we work, Shri Ranjit Kumar Das ji, और इस समारोह का आनंद और बढ़ गया जब मुझे पता चला कि रंजीत दा के साथ मुझे बैठने का अवसर रहेगा. We have spent so many summers, winters and even bad weathers together, working in the party. Along with him, our very illustrious chairman, Justice More, Justice Rana, Member Administrative Mr. Srivastav, members of the CAT Bench, the members of the Bar Association, Legal Fraternity, ladies and gentlemen. I think what is happening today, or the inauguration today, is a reflection of the overall facelift and transformation that Northeast has witnessed over the last 11 years. And it is actually to be seen, to be believed, and what I am saying can be believed or appreciated only by those who have seen what this place looked like before 2014. तो रंजीत दा जिन्होंने 2014 से पहले का दृश्य नहीं देखा, वो ये महसूस नहीं कर पाएंगे कि कितना बदल गया ये क्षेत्र. And I've been Minister for Northeast for almost 7 years, and when I came here for the first time, the biggest demand was that we should have more number of commercial helicopter flights for Shillong, because that was a tourist destination and the travelers wanted more facility to travel because road travel was not convenient. Today it is the other way around. We have helicopter service in place, but the tourists don't want to avail of it. We have such a picturesque and such a scenic journey of 2 hours from here to Shillong that they prefer to go by road instead of going by helicopter. गुवाहाटी का एयरपोर्ट भी छोटा होता था. कम से कम 3 प्रदेश ऐसे थे, मेघालय, अरुणाचल इत्यादि, जिन्होंने कभी रेलगाड़ी के दर्शन नहीं किए थे. तो मुझे याद है कि हमने मोदी जी को यहाँ बुला करके ईटानगर से, क्योंकि हमारी ये कल्पना थी कि दैट इज़ द मोस्ट नॉर्थ ईस्ट स्टेट, वी शुड स्टार्ट फ्रॉम हियर. वी गॉट अरुणाचल एक्सप्रेस फ्लैग्ड ऑफ फ्रॉम देयर. And so on and so forth. If you start counting, I think the whole day is required. यहाँ पर IIT के साथ दूसरा भी इंस्टीट्यूट बना. आपके यहाँ भौरवा एक नर्सिंग होम था, वो ऐसे ही अंडर यूटिलाइज पड़ा था. नॉर्थ ईस्ट का पहला टाटा के एफिलिएटेड हॉस्पिटल वहाँ बन रहा है. द फर्स्ट एवर DM and MCH in cancer oncology we started from Guwahati through that institute, considering that you have a very high incidence and prevalence of head and neck cancers in this region. इसी प्रकार से और बहुत सारे कार्य होते रहे. और जहाँ तक when I say, and Prime Minister Modi has himself visited this, I don't know how many in this room would know that he has visited this region at least 70 times in 11 years. And I was telling somebody that if COVID had not happened, he would have crossed the century. And this is more than the total number of visits by all his predecessors put together. Every month he was in one or the other part. And what has happened today is also a reflection of that, because this bench is one of the oldest benches of CAT, almost set up along with the enactment of the CAT Act in 1985. But it had to wait 40 years for Prime Minister Modi to take over before we could have our own building. And that is the kind of prioritization this region has received. Now, as far as CAT per se is concerned, the very idea, the very vision with which CAT was conceptualized was that it would provide ease of justice, affordable justice, accessible justice, time-bound justice for government officials, so that they don't waste their time, they don't waste government's time in running around for their service matters. But all along, the complaint was that there is a huge backlash. The backlog was so high that this gave a very unpleasant and unflattering reputation to the CAT. In fact, whenever we started opening new benches, about 10 years back, the first complaint would come कि साहब हाई कोर्ट में तो केस हो जाता था, यहाँ और फंस जाएगा. And I vividly remember in 2020, in the COVID times, when the state of Jammu and Kashmir was converted into union territory, and the question was to open up 2 benches. First we did that in Jammu and then the Srinagar. The then Chief Justice of Jammu and Kashmir and a colleague of Justice More, Justice Geeta Mittal, she vociferously complained that please revise your idea. We have 36,000 backlog of cases. And then in a bigger meeting, when she finally said, very forcefully, that we are not going to part with these cases because 36,000 is a huge backlog and I don't think you have the capacity, the CAT has capacity to dispose of. So I said, ma'am, the capacity of CAT, whether it can dispose of or not, will be tested from tomorrow when it takes over. But now the question should be, why had you kept a backlog of 36,000? So finally, we took over, and today, I was glad, only yesterday I was 2 days back sitting with the members of that bench. The stakeholders are so happy, there is virtually no pendency at all. And therefore, this has given a new facelift and a change of image in the last 10 years. Now, living in an age of statistics, if you just go by the figure, the number of cases instituted in the last 1 decade, ending up to, say, July, was 2,86,783. And out of these 2,86,783, the number of cases disposed of is 2,54,306. But I think what I say next sentence would invite bigger applause, which is that the total number of cases disposed of since 1985 in 40 years has been 8,88,017, out of which as many as 2,54,306 were disposed of only after the Modi government took over, which means more than 1/3 of the cases of the 40 years were disposed of only in last 1 decade. So you can understand, there was everything. There was no deficiency of legal acumen. We had some of the best judges. We had some of the best legal brains. But the kind of administrative push or the administrative cooperation or the administrative enabling atmosphere which was required was possibly not forthcoming, which happened after 2014, which is evident from the fact that Justice More makes a phone call, asks me to come here, and I come running here. Otherwise, I could have 101 excuses. But I know I am accountable to the Honorable Prime Minister. And Ranjit Da knows, बोलेगा कि पूर्वोत्तर से तुमको बुलाया और तुमने मना कर दिया. So this is because high accountability and greater transparency. And therefore, the overall disposal today nationwide is more than 93%, and that is the information which you find in every bench of the country. So it's a total change. Not only this much, if you go by the infrastructures, most of our benches were in rented buildings. कहीं-कहीं ऐसा भी था, ऊपर कैट का बहुत बड़े हाई कोर्ट के रिटायर्ड चीफ जस्टिस बैठते थे और नीचे दूध की दुकान थी हलवाई की, बगल में धोबी घाट था, क्योंकि हिंदुस्तान इतना बड़ा है. तो पहली बार एक सम्मानजनक स्थान देने का क्रम भी इन्हीं 10 सालों में शुरू हुआ. If you take a look, the CAT bench of Jabalpur was established in these 10 years. The Lucknow bench only recently, we accompanied Justice More in the presence of the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, Yogi Adityanath ji. Similarly, Vijayawada also started in 2025. Jammu benches were set up during COVID, 2020 and 2021. And within 3 years in Srinagar, they have their own building, which is otherwise said to be disturbance prone. And in Jammu, only yesterday, Justice More had a meeting and it was finalized that very soon there also we'll set up their own building and move them out of the rented accommodation. In Ladakh, from Leh and Kargil, the common complaint was that for their redressal they have to go to Chandigarh earlier. Now they are, of course, in Srinagar, Jammu, but they said the flights don't run. It's very costly. It's not easy. So there was inconvenience of travel. There was cost of travel. There was cost of even lodging, boarding. And during this term, and I must compliment Justice More and his team, 2 benches have been set up in Ladakh, not one. Separate one for Leh and separate one for Kargil. So if it is justice at doorstep for administrators, I think this is the best example of that. And over here also, the building which has been inaugurated now, as the video film very amply elaborated before you, it has all the modern state-of-the-art facilities which may not be there in the other buildings. It has earthquake-resistant material put in place. It has CCTV cameras. It has facilities for specially disabled clients. And the foundation stone, again, I must also thank, through Ranjit Da, thank the Honorable Chief Minister Himant Biswa. In 2022, उसने तो पहले ही बोल दिया हमसे कि हम जैसे ही गए तो हमें तुरंत पत्र मिल गया. But that is rightly so. Within 3 years, the Chief Minister ensured that the land was available and building was in place. I think for a government building to be complete in 3 years is a great record, because even the private buildings don't complete in 3 years. So I have to compliment the state government of Assam and the Honorable Minister. Meanwhile, in the last 5-7 years, we have all the technology-driven facilitations, the e-filing of cases, the video conferences, and that is the reason even during the COVID times, the work remained uninterrupted. In fact, both the benches of Jammu and Srinagar were set up during lockdown. First one during lockdown, the other one when the COVID was still there. In spite of that, there was 100% disposal because the video medium was working. We have SMS, email, online payment of even court fee. Now the client can no longer बहाना नहीं लगा सकता कि साहब कोविड था इसलिए मैंने फीस नहीं दी. वो भी आपने व्यवस्था कर दी है, उसको ऑनलाइन ही देना होगा. We have advanced search portals. You can dig out all the judgments. Digitalization of judicial records. And therefore, as far as we are concerned, the administrative department of DOPT and the government led by Prime Minister Modi, we are absolutely forthcoming as far as our assistance, our cooperation and our support to you is concerned. And we also got this act amended, which was a very revolutionary act. Earlier on, the the head of the bench had to be a judicial member. But the problem was we were not getting enough of members from judiciary. In fact, there was an instance where one of the CAT chairmen also left midway because he found some other engagements which were more possibly important for him. And then this question came that how will the benches run when we don't have a judicial member to head it, because that was the essential requirement. Initially, I was not sure, I was reluctant because I thought that the judgment can be written only by a judge, not by someone like Mr. Srivastav. I don't mean you, I mean like you. And in fact, I didn't know what to do, so I went to Mr. Arun Jaitley, who to my mind was the biggest legal brain around. And he said, I fully agree with you. How will a non-judge write a judgment? So I got more convinced about my belief. But then gradually, 6 months later, we found that half the benches were empty. So backlog happening, pendency increasing. Then a very senior bureaucrat told me, rather advised me that you please review your view, because after 35 years of service, even Mr. Srivastav knows what is right, what is wrong as far as the rules are concerned, so he becomes a judge. क्योंकि 30-35 साल फाइलों पे हस्ताक्षर किए होते हैं, रूल की समझ आ जाती है, वही रूल उन्हें बनाना है. बहुत से रूल उन्हें तोड़े हुए होते हैं, तोड़ना भी आ गया होता है, बनाना भी आ गया होता है. तो हमने I was the one, मैंने ही पार्लियामेंट में लाके वो amendment, we got the act amended for the ease of disposal. And I am glad that that experiment which we undertook very guardedly, which was rather unorthodox, has really proved to be very pragmatic on the ground. It has helped us to achieve this disposal rate. And now almost all the vacancies have been filled. Ek time tha, out of about 66 vacancies, we had only 30 in place. And therefore what I am saying is that we are forthcoming. We will go by the advice you give us. But I just want to leave with one thought, that the founding fathers of this act had envisaged that this will be the end of it. After the CAT judgment, everybody will be settled, go home and take a cup of coffee or lemon juice or any other juice that they prefer. Magar ho kya raha hai now? For every judgment there is a petition of appeal. If the employee wins, the government goes to court. If the employee loses, then also they go. If he wins, then also somebody goes. If he loses, then also he goes. So how we can overcome that? That is for you legal luminaries to decide, because if I talk too much, that will make a news. But I think that is an important, because otherwise we will not be doing justice to the founding fathers of this concept. और इसमें हमने सब ने मिलके, बिकॉज वी आर फंक्शनिंग विद द होल ऑफ गवर्नमेंट कॉन्सेप्ट, प्रदेश सरकारें भी, हम भी मिलजुल के इस पर मंथन करें कि अगर सभी के सभी केस फिर से हाई कोर्ट में जाने हैं तो कहीं कोई चूक हो रही है या देयर आर सम मिसिंग लिंक्स. हाउ बेस्ट कैन वी करेक्ट देम? यू प्लीज कम फॉरवर्ड, suggest to us. We are ready to cooperate with you in the best interest of preserving the sanctity and integrity of this unique institution called Centralized Administrative Tribunal. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, sir. We express our sincere gratitude to you for having delivered such a wonderful, expressive and informative address. As we move on, I would now like to call upon Srimati Preeti Singh, Principal Registrar, CAT New Delhi, to deliver the vote of thanks. Madam.
Thank you, ma'am. Honorable Minister of State, Independent Charge, Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Honorable Minister of State, Prime Minister's Office, Personal, Public Grievances, Pensions, Atomic Energy and Space, Government of India, Honorable Minister, Panchayat and Rural Development, Judicial, Tourism and General Administration, Government of Assam, Honorable the Chairman, Central Administrative Tribunal, Honorable Mr. Justice K.R. Surana, Pune Judge, Guwahati High Court, Honorable Head of the Department, Central Administrative Tribunal, Guwahati Bench, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to all present here physically as well as virtually through live streaming. It gives me immense pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks. On behalf of the Central Administrative Tribunal, we express our deep and sincere gratitude to Honorable MOS, Government of India, Dr. Jitendra Singh Sir, for accepting our invitation to be the chief guest of the inauguration ceremony of the office building of CAT Guwahati Bench today. Despite having a very busy schedule, Honorable Sir has been generous to spare few precious moments of his valuable time to grace this occasion. Honorable Sir has motivated us by his insightful guidance. We sincerely thank you, sir, for your inspiring presence and valuable guidance and support. Sir, by your blessings, this newly constructed state-of-the-art building of CAT Guwahati Bench stands as a symbol of modern engineering, sustainability and functionality. We are grateful to Honorable Shri Ranjit Kumar Das, Minister of Panchayat, Rural Development, Judicial, Tourism and General Administration, Government of Assam, for gracing the occasion as guest of honor. We put on record our gratefulness through you, sir, to the Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, for steering the allotment of the present land on which this building is constructed. We are hopeful that the state government of Assam will continue to extend utmost cooperation to the Central Administrative Tribunal in our zeal to serve the litigants of this region. We are grateful to Honorable the Chairman, Central Administrative Tribunal, Mr. Justice Ranjit More, for being the guiding force behind the efficient functioning of the organization. It is your Lordship's wisdom, vision, and inspiring leadership that continuously propels each one of us to achieve new heights in the functioning of CAT. During His Lordship's tenure, Central Administrative Tribunal has witnessed infrastructural milestones, with the fact that within a span of 4 months, 2 benches of CAT, that is Lucknow and Guwahati, have got their own office building. We sincerely thank Honorable Mr. Justice Kalyan Rai Surana, Honorable Mr. Justice Manish Chaudhary, Honorable Mr. Justice N. Unnikrishnan Nair, Honorable Mr. Justice Rajesh Mazumdar, Judges Guwahati High Court, who on a very short notice have considered with benevolence our request to grace the occasion. We are grateful to the esteemed members of CAT who have shown their continued allegiance to this tribunal. We thank Honorable Head of the Department of CAT Guwahati Bench, Honorable Shri M. L. Srivastav Sir, who monitored the project and translated the vision into reality. By continuous engagement with the CPWD authorities, with his rich administrative experience, Sir has been instrumental in the completion of this project. We are thankful to the senior lawyers, esteemed learned members of the legal fraternity for their august presence. We are thankful to the distinguished dignitaries of various organizations to have attended this function. Our sincere thanks to Shri S.D. Sharma, Joint Secretary, DOPT, Shri Naresh Kumar, Deputy Secretary, DOPT, Shri Rishi Pal, Under Secretary, DOPT, for extending cordial support, which has materialized into this magnificent building. Sir, we thank you for your presence over here and gracing this occasion. We are thankful to the esteemed office bearers of CAT Guwahati Bar Association and members of the CAT Guwahati Bar Association for their cooperation, active participation in making this event successful. We extend our sincere thanks to the esteemed learned members of all the bar associations for their kind support. Our special thanks to the able team of CPWD led by Mr. Shyam Sundar Garg, Chief Engineer, for completing this beautiful building wherein eco-friendly materials have been used in the construction. The building is equipped with energy-efficient HVAC system and water conservation unit. Modern communication facilities have been installed for ensuring effective virtual and hybrid hearing of the court proceedings. We deeply appreciate the officers and staff of CAT Principal Bench and Guwahati Bench, whose untiring efforts have translated into this magnificent building. We thank the esteemed gathering, ladies and gentlemen, for making this event memorable. We thank media persons and security personnel for their meaningful support. We thank everybody whose participation, whether active or passive in any manner, has contributed in the construction of the building and organizing this event. We thank the Almighty for all the abundance. May this building stand as a beacon of progress, innovation, and sustainability. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, Madam. May I now request the audience to kindly rise for the national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
With that, we come to the conclusion of today's program. Namaskar. Lunch is being served outside, ladies and gentlemen. Please join us.